Okay, hi, I'm Amy Boyer, and this is my social stories video. So social stories are short stories that are used to teach new skills and behaviors or to decrease inappropriate behaviors, and the story will outline how to use a skill in that specific situation. It should always be individualized for that client. One of the great things about social stories is that they can be combined with other interventions and adapted to fit each client's needs. So for example, the company that I work for will combine social stories with video modeling and role-playing to help the client learn how to do the skills in the natural environment. So we'll have a story that kind of helps us come up with a script. We might have them act some things out so that they can rewatch it and see what they did right or did wrong. And then we'll role-play it, sometimes with their toys, sometimes just with us and them, but that way they learn how to practice the skill and hopefully can do it then in the natural environment with other people. Another great thing about social stories is that they're easy to use. They're less intrusive than a lot of other interventions, which makes them a really great option for classrooms or at home with parents. I've had clients who have had a specific event that they're preparing for, like a birthday party, maybe a church event, and so we come up with a story and then the parents can read it every night to help the kid prepare. One of the downsides of social stories is that they're not always effective. If too much detail is included, then the client might not be able to master the skill, or if they're combined with other interventions, it can be hard to tell if the social story actually had an impact or if it was really just the other interventions. And in my own experience, I've worked with clients who can role play the scenarios in the story, but then they have a much harder time doing it in the natural environment. Sorry. I have helpers who are a little eager to get going. So they can't do it in the natural environment. So maybe when we're role-playing, they're really great at asking me or their stuffed animals to come play with them, but then when we go to the park, they ignore all the other kids. So it can be really hard to transfer that control. So for this video, I wrote a short story about socializing with a group, which is something I've worked on with several clients, and something that I'm working on specifically with one of my clients right now. But I was able to use that client, so I have my children here to help me today to kind of role play how that would be done. So I know, just a minute, we're going to need to adjust the camera here and our story. Okay, so you can come in, it's okay. Hold on, you can walk through, it's fine. Let me see how it's all set up properly. Okay.
I missed it.
So.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, JC, put it back on. Alright. JC and Mazzy, I need you here.
Something bad happened.
It's okay. Where do I need you? Here.
Oh yeah. Something bad.
Here? Okay, Mazzy, I need you to come sit here. And first I need to read the story with Aubrey, okay? It's okay. Alright, so this is Aubrey. She's going to be my pretend client. So when using social stories, the first step is to, not yet, let me read the story first, is to read the story. So our story says, it's fun to play with our friends. Sometimes we play with a lot of friends all at the same time. When we are all together, this is called a group. You'd be doing something. If we are playing with a group of friends, we need to remember to stay with the group. Sometimes our friends might decide to go play somewhere else. If our friends go over to play with something else, we should go play with them. If we do not go with them, then we are not playing with the group. If our friend asks us a question, we should answer the question or make a comment. When we answer the question, we need to make sure we are facing the group with our body. If we stay with the group and answer our friends when they are talking to us, we all have a good time playing together. Right, so we'd read that story several times, maybe over a couple weeks. We'd maybe practice with stuffed animals, and then we'd practice it with a real group of people. So this is our pretend play session. So, all right, look, your friends are here to play. Let's go color with them.
Let's go play somewhere else. Let's go play somewhere else. Come on.
Oh, remember, when our friends go to play with something else, we should stay with the group. How about you go read with them?
I'm going to go with that. It sounds like a...
All right, so generally what I'll do is refer back to the social story. So in that situation, she didn't go with the group, so then I kind of script it from the social story. When our friends go to play with something else, we should go with them. All right, go back over and read your book. When you're going to ask her a question.
Hey, what you reading?
Oh, remember, when our friends ask us a question, we should face the group and answer.
What you reading? What you reading? The Velveteen Rabbit? Oh.
Okay. So, again, prompting her to do it the right way and trying to be as unobtrusive as possible. So yeah, thanks.